Okie dokie. So, what am I about to do today? Today, I wanted to try and work on the visuals of things. And part of that is making things pretty. I'm not exactly sure which things I want to make pretty, but actually, scratch all of that. We're not making things pretty yet, we're making things work. The last time we stopped at the impact visuals, we changed the logic for ball behavior, so we're not doing curve calculation anymore. It is just a dynamic seeking projectile instead of something that is predetermined, so we can properly hit the targets. And we did a little bit of work on the glow guide. Let's take a look at where that is right now. I think it's currently just randomly picking a destination and going there, so we can work on the manager for that thing. We can fix what is wrong with the targeting, where it disappears and never comes back up. We can pull balls to have appropriate logic set for it, or we can make animations prettier. But I think before we work on the animations, we should make sure that the logic for the enemy is somewhat there. So I think we'll begin with that. So yeah, let's try to figure out what we want his behavior to be like. Realistically, I think there should be a couple types of enemies. One, just like this, which is gonna throw projectiles at you. Two is a bit of a smaller guy, which is gonna bomb rush you. And the one that you can just hit with the bat. Ooh, that can be actually pretty fun to connect right now. If we add the, what is it called? The root motion to them, so we can have some dynamic-ish animations with some ragdolls and stuff like that. That can be kind of fun. We can also work on the small guys. We can make this one better. Or we can start working on lasers, I guess, because lasers can be kind of cool. So what is the most interesting bit to work on? I think the laser is going to be the most interesting one right now. So, and that is one of the core mechanics that should work. So let's go with the lasers. Yeah, let's make lasers. Well, let's say we're gonna put it in projectiles. No, that doesn't make sense. Enemies for higher level. Well, I guess let's put it into hazards or something like that. So, read mono behavior script called laser behavior, sure. And I guess let's rename the stream to represent it more, because we're not making it pretty, we're making lasers. Yeah, sure. Let's make a laser. That makes more sense. Okay, so for laser behavior, we want a public transform origin. And let's create a public float max length and public float. Do we want it to propagate or do we want it to instantly be there? I think we should have like a little line that is going to represent where it's going first, and then it's gonna spawn. So max length, max reflections, layer mask makes sense, but we're not gonna start with that. We're gonna have a line renderer. Yep. And that should be it for now. So we're gonna do physics raycast. I mean, so there's gonna be a private raw laser, which is gonna have an origin point. Origin point. And it's always gonna go into transform forward, which makes sense, I think. And let's keep it at this right now. So we're gonna do physics dot raycast. Do you want raycast all? Yes. No. Info. Let's do raycast for now. It's gonna be from origin point position, origin forward, out, more hit. Yep. Okay. So is at origin position. That is pretty much it. Compare tag reflective. We don't want to reflect. Yes. Okay. It's almost there, but you know what? Let's do it like this. I'm not entirely confident in the thing that it suggested. So we want to do 4 and equals yes. Yes, that is pretty much what we want. So let's see how that looks. Right now it's going to reflect from everything, but so let's call the function and update. Yes. Let's create an empty object. Give it a line renderer. Oh. Okay. Create empty. Laser. Let's position it appropriately. Somewhere here. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. And it's going to reflect off 2 of these walls. We're going to give it a line renderer. We're going to give it laser behavior. Origin is going to be the object itself. Max length, let's set it to 100. And save. And also on start. Yes, yes, yes. I just want max reflections. Oh, max reflections is float, so let's change that to integer. Because we don't really need a floating point. Yep, so we cannot have a non-integer amount of reflections. And in here we can set it to world space. Let's give it a material of sorts. Do we have a laser material or something like that? Just line. Sure, that looks fine, I think. Let's take a look at where that is. Yoink. Yeah, that looks fine. That worked for now. Let's focus and see how that looks. Okay. Doing some weird stuff, that's for sure. Oh, because it's trying to face the camera. Shadows, we don't need that. Okay. What is going on here? Make it narrower. Oh, is it hitting itself? I think it might be, so let's like just tilt it, I guess. Okay. So let's create a layer mask, because now it's behaving sporadically, and we don't want that. So we're gonna have a public layer mask called layer mask. Yep, and we're gonna do recast of I think it's not the last parameter, but like right after, no, it is after max length. So let's put layer mask and layer mask. So pretty much wanted to only reflect off walls and reflective things. I mean, we can just make it reflect off walls. So let's just create a layer wall. Okay. I'm gonna regret this in the future, but I think it's fine for now. Wall. Laser. Layer mask. Nope, not hand, but wall. And I guess player as well. Because I think our rig has a player collider, like a capsule collider of player. Yeah. Oh, it is not gonna reflect off enemies, but it is gonna reflect off walls, and it's gonna hit player. So okay, and here we can add an extra bit of logic of if it dot transform dot layer. No, the game object layer. This collider has layer info. No, I think it's going to be transform game object layer. There's like some let's just create a layer mask for that. Public layer mask, player layer. Yep. Close player layer, player hit, and we can break. Yep. Okay. And the player layer is player, and this is just the wall. So let's hit that. That looks really wonky. I'm not sure what's happening there. I think there's like a few reflections happening. Yeah. Let's set max reflections to 2. Oh. And this needs to be on 2. Oh, this needs to be on 3, I guess. Yeah. And the break logic is incorrect. Like we only, because like when it gets off, it stays on the last point. So I want to reset all of the next points to we're gonna make I'm pretty sure there's a better way of doing it, but we can make var didn't get max reflections, which is gonna be false by default. And if we break at some point, we set it to true. And here I go that is not exactly what we want, but I want to do for int I. Let's also create a variable to track hit amount, which is going to be 0. This does need to be +1. And here we'll set it to true. And if it's hit, and we're going to put hit amount ++. And here. Oh. Yes. That is exactly what I wanted to do. So pretty much if we didn't reach the maximum amount of hits, we're setting all of the last points in the last hit position. Let's a little closer to see what's happening. This looks really wonky and I'm not sure what's happening there. Also, let's add another little bit of logic here where if didn't get max reflections and hit amount, nope, not this. There are supposed to be 2 m's, but sure. Is over 0, we do this, and else we do line render dot position count 0. I'm not sure if we can set it to 0 or if it will break because of this, but that's something that we can do. Let's see. Yep. I forgot a little bit here. Okay. Now it should be better because I forgot to set it to anything. if we do hit something. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm already sure that there's a better solution, and we're gonna fix that in a second. So, yeah. Yeah, that was an extremely stupid thing to do, so let's fix this. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna set, let's get rid of all of this garbage, because this is really dumb. So, we're gonna do if, first we're gonna do physics raycast. From, or, we already have that. So, this is correct, almost. So, if we hit something, we do here, we go here. Else, we just draw the line, going all the way to the maximum length. But we're also gonna have a private int of hit count, which is gonna be 0 by default. We hit something. No. We hit layer mask, yep. So if we hit something, we set the position of 1. This should be recursive. It should definitely be recursive. So let's do it in an appropriate way. So I want to draw a laser in Unity using physics raycast and line renders. I want the laser to have a max length and a max reflection count. Every reflection max length is reset, so the max length is either origin to reflection point or between two reflection points. Cool. Cool, and we're done. Why am I even like trying to write anything? I should genuinely just get all of my code done by ChatGPT, because it's just so good now, and I don't have to think like at all. And thinking is hard. Yeah, but without thinking, it's just lovely. Okay, so let's give that a look-see. So now it's just going from transform, but now we're going to set the reflective layer to the wall. Yeah, okay. That's all I wanted. Let's set the max length to drink. Why does it look so weird in this specific position? I'm not sure, but it also doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Let me double check something. So it counts total max length, right? Instead of doing it in general. Let's double check what actually is happening here. So remaining, okay, it does do max length, so we don't care about this. Remaining length doesn't matter. Remaining length doesn't matter. Else, right, start position plus direction, remaining length. Okay. If we hit something, start position, we reset it to hit. We had reflection count. And I think that's kind of it. Yeah, I think that's good. So now it should count only a single segment length instead of the entire length of the laser. Come on, I think Unity just decided to die on me. Are you dead? Yep, it is completely borked. So let's restart it. Yeah, let's kill it with fire. We're gonna go old yellow on Unity. So, take it out back. And a little help there. Okay, let's restart it. Okay, and not to have black screen, let's... Oh, Ryder also decided to die. Well, collateral damage. Okay, it's back. Let's see... Did we save the changes? No. Always save. And do as I say, not as I do. Okay, let's reopen our writer. And let's take a look at what's happening here. And what is happening is it going into like recursion or something? Like an endless cycle? Because it hang again. And that usually happens when something is just going on an endless loop. But I don't think there was a case of it. Because like if we hit max reflection, let's just put a breakpoint and see what happens. If it is actually reflection count, let's look here. Wrong button. But so if we have a reflection count of 0, while it's less than max reflections, we do stuff. Reflection count increases here, and yep, it is going endlessly in here. Cool. So let's put a breakpoint here and stop Unity before it. Yeah, apparently I killed an innocent animal here. But yeah, we'll have to stop, like force stop it again. Because when we accidentally create an endless loop, that's what you have to do. Let's kill the editor. I mean, at least Ryder didn't die this time. So let's restart it again. And while it's restarting, let's fix our reflection count equals max reflections. Yes, because we were not using the length anymore. And we don't care about this at all. And this needs to be not remaining length, but max laser length. Okay. Okay, and now, instead of murdering innocent unities, we can just fix our own mistakes. No collaterals this time. Okay, yeah. Laser. Cool. Let's set the max length to something more reasonable. Not negative. Okay. Well, 13, 15. So it should be visible for the player, so it should be like... We'll have to test it with an actual headset on, but that works for now. And I also don't think that we want to have it like angled in any way. We always want it to be horizontal, because if it's not, it's going to get confusing for the player on like how to actually properly reflect it. So let's save it and make a shield, or actually just use an existing one for now, and then we can have a custom model for it. So let's open this tech demo. I think it's just called shield. Actually, we're not gonna get an actual shield, we're just gonna have a cylinder. So we're gonna open, where's it, Pro Builder, instead of cube, we're gonna make a cylinder. A really tiny cylinder with more sides. Still should be relatively low poly. I think 12 works. Make it a little smaller. Just a tiny bit smaller, and let's add another shape to it, which is going to be the handle. And for the handle, we're going to have, sure, a little donut. Lovely. Actually, let's get our bat in here for size comparison. Okay. Let's turn on isometric view to not have confusing perspective questions. Let's place it here right next to it. Okay. So the donut, which is going to be a child of this. Where's the center of the cylinder? Okay. That makes sense. So we can set the torus to 0, 0, 0. And let's adjust it. Tube radius. Ooh. Where's our size comparison? So our hand goes right here. Let's compare the size of it. Let's make the donut a little bigger. Also, it's way too smooth. And now that's just a weird eldritch horror. Okay. Let's set this to 12, 12. Tube radius. Oh, okay. So it's like either a perfect ring or a weird Zelda rupee. Nothing in between. Let's make it a little bigger. Maybe that will help it visualize properly. Oh, because it's negative size. Maybe that's why it was breaking out. Or because it was too low poly? What is happening to this thing? So it's like perfect onion ring, a squished little pastry, or a toaster strudel. I love the toaster strudel. Let's keep it like a toaster strudel. That's 360 degrees, so we can have it like part of the donut. Okay, so we want this to be 180. Let's set this to 0.2, 0.2, 0.1. 0.2, just to have reasonable sizes. Let's make it all visible so we know what we're working with. So we want it to be a full circle here. Okay. Let's try lowering the segment counts. And the same here. Okay, that is our handle. That is it. Don't break it. So we can turn it around. The pivot of it is abhorrent. Well, let's fix that. Tools. We want to select what? What do you want to do with this thing? We want to open this and we want to select edge edit mode. Yep. We want to set, let's say, this stop edge to origin. Set pivot to selection. Okay. So now it should be nice and pretty. Turn off this. Yep. Okay. Now it's where it's supposed to be. Still, it seems a little bit off size-wise, but that's fine. Scale it down a little bit. Just a tad. Select nope, not face object. As object. Face selection. Just the object, please. Fine, let's just scale it down. That's fine. It's a placeholder anyway. Okay. This is the shield. Cool. And it has mesh collider, that's all good. So we can just copy physics parameters from our bat. What's on the bat? We need to lock this, open another inspector here. So, root object needs a rigid body of mass 1. Yep. We want to extrapolate everything. Continuous collision detection because we want it to properly work all the time. I guess we also want the bolts to be able, to be buntable by the shield. So you can deflect the ball with your shield, but you cannot launch the ball with your shield. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Okay. And we need a proper layer of grabbable. Yes, change children. And we need an HVR grab component. HVR grabbable. Composer fixed joint again. This is one hand, grip or trigger. Goes immediately on parent hand. No distance check, all good. Want to set the rigid body to this one. All good. All good. Okay. We can go to the grab points. And let's create one here straight away. Create empty. Grab points. Unlock. This just needs HVR grab points, yep. HVR grab points on this one. Yeah, this one is the one that is going to be really annoying to fill out. So let's open that. Create empty grab point. HVR and closing. Let's set a preview with our left hand. So we want it to be grabbed like this. Shield being like a real shield. Like a plate in front of you. Let's start with a normal appropriate shield grabbing thing. Let's preview left hand. Let's give this, oh, it already has mesh glider, that's good, so we can just position our hand here and open and close it. So let's open. I mean, we could have used the hand for reference, that would have been nice, but too late. Oh. This, I guess. And let's close it. Nope. Open to close, so here, close. That is just completely ignoring, because it doesn't have child collision things. So this thing has like collider parent or something like that. First of all, let's hide the preview because it's gonna break if we change something. Grab colliders, collision parents. Okay. Let's add this. Let's add the torus as a secondary, and we'll have the center as a primary. So now, if we preview left hand, open, and theoretically, if we put it here and close, it should properly close around the collision. Nope. Okay, it did not. It's not set layer correctly. No, it is. Not sure. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna use this pose permanently anyway. This will be fine for now. Let's save as hand poses for left hand shield. Cool. All of them are static. And let's disable preview. Okay. It should be grabbable now appropriately. Ooh, more advertisement. Tweet message. Can we quickly report it? Can we? I do not know, but anyway, doesn't matter. So let's make this. Oh, because it's layer grabbable, it's not gonna properly deflect. So let's add a child to it. Or should we just make grabbables also reflect? Let's make grabbable also reflect, because it doesn't really matter that much. Because there's going to be like, what, 2-3 grabbables in the entire thing? Let's make grabbable also reflective. Let's test it out. Get the drink out of the way, because now I am smarter. Okay. And connect. Let's position the laser. Let's give it some visuals, I guess. Let's create an empty, I don't know, like a, let's put a cube in here. Make it, we don't need the collision for it. Get a little box. And another child of a sphere just where the front of it is. So this one's gonna be up like this. No collision on you either. Cool. Now it's airy laser. Okay. And the headset is connected, so we can launch it. Off the floor. Oh. Why did the thing fell through the floor? Physics does not support concave mesh collider with dynamic rigid body objects. Right. I don't even need a collider. Sure. Dynamic rigid body is not supported, man. Why are you falling through the ground? Physics does not support concave mesh colliders with dynamic rigid body objects. Where are you considering it a concave collider? Sure, here you go. I don't know where you found it, concave collider. You're throwing null references? What is wrong with you? Throw null reference, serialize. I think it's just Pro Builder freaking out a little bit. Again, get off the floor. And it's the other way around. But who cares? Okay. I can't reach. I can reach it, but it just doesn't work. I think there's something wrong with the collision of this thing. Are you not on the correct layer? You are ungrabbable. And the laser as grabbable as reflective layer. Aren't you hitting it? What's wrong with you? I need to lower it instead of trying to reach it out all the way up there. So, what if I make you... Oh, wait. Oh. Cylinder, layer grabbable. What if I set you to wall? Oh. Floating on my own hand there. No, you're just not reflecting. Is there something wrong with the laser now? It was just working, like literally 10 seconds ago. No, it's fine. It's just ignoring the hand for some reason. Hi? What is wrong with you? I'm curious. It should have worked, but it doesn't. Why is that? So, convex collider. Layer grabbable. Oh. Now that's interesting. Is it hitting my hand and not the shield, technically? Like, it should be hitting the shield here, but it is only technically reflected by my palm. So, give me a sec here. Let go. If I grab my bat, that is layer grabbable. Yeah, it's reflective. So the Pro Builder is freaking out somehow here, and like the colliders that are created by Pro Builder are not. Maybe it's like inside out, and that's why it was thinking that it is convex. Yeah, I think that's the case. Well, let's try a thing here. We're gonna take this thing and we're gonna remove the collider off you. And we're gonna add a box collider and see if that helps. Because I think that's why it was complaining that it was concave, because it was technically inside out and it doesn't check for collisions on the inside of the meshes by default. Yep, that was the thing. Okay, cool. It feels like you can like burn ants with this or something like that. Also, it seems to be really struggling with the like line material. Will it look better if I make it narrower? Let's make it like reasonably narrow, and I'm not gonna keep trying to reach it, so lower it down a little bit. Okay. I guess it's just something wrong with the material setup. That's why it looks so wonky. Cool. Okay. I mean, that's kind of most of the lasers. It just doesn't need to be continuous. It needs to fire and propagate. Give like the user chance to do something about it. But yeah, like burning ants. You can send signals to the moon. There's definitely something really weird going on with the line renderer there. Because it looks so wobbly. But just the placeholder material. I test the logic, so it should be fine. Okay. And let me hit a BRB and I'm gonna BRB. Alrighty. And that BRB is actually BRB and be back in 10 to 15 minutes as it usually is. Yeah, lasers. So let's make a function that is gonna fire it. So it's gonna be like a two material thing where we want the first one to be what? The first one to be narrow, like to show where it's gonna hit, and then a proper laser should go. So we are gonna quickly create two new materials. First one is gonna be laser fire. And the second one is gonna be laser targeting. Okay, and the only thing we want it to be is just a tiled thing like this, but I guess with a little bit more noise at the end. We can also make it a shader to have noise more dynamic. Yeah, let's make it a shader. We haven't done a shader in a while. Let's create a shader graph. URP unlit shader graph, which is going to be laser fire, so we can have a little bit of an animation on it. Cool. Let's make this bigger. And we can slap it on here straight away. What is the weird noise that is here? Huh. That is wonky looking. Where's the noise coming from? Is it here as well? Yeah, there's a little bit of dithering. I don't think there's any post-processing going on. I guess that's a light map that we baked. So we clear it. Yeah. Okay. It was a weird light map issue. Do we have global illumination? Oh, it looks so bad now. Let's rebake it quickly. Okay, it's a lot better. Okay, let's drag the laser thing up from the depths. Make it a little longer. And a little narrower. Something like this. Okay. We want it to be tiling. I wonder if that setting is in the line renderer or in the material. I think it's in the material. That is very loud music. Done a little bit. Okay. So, fader. Gonna have this as our little preview. Let's create a very simple. Actually, it's just going to be solid color. Everything else is going to be a shader effect. So it's going to be transparent. Alpha clipping. Depth test, all's fine. Unlit material. I think that's all we need right now, so let's start adding parameters. We're gonna add a color. We're gonna have a Um, texture. Do we want texture? No, we don't care about the texture. There's gonna be a noise power, I guess. A simple noise. Simple noise looks a little bit too wonky. I think gradient would look better. Yes. Cool. Noise power goes in here. This is, let's say, 3 by default. And let's create a vector 2 of noise speed. And we're going to multiply it by time. Hey, come on, collapse. Boop. 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 I think it should be scrollable now. Oh, I didn't also set the shader for this one to our laser material. Okay. Oh, delta time, I guess. Is it? Let's get this to base color for now, and we can take a look at this here. Oh, it doesn't need to be a vector, it just needs to be a float. Like this. I think it should be scrolling. Why is that like this? Why is it not moving? Delta time? Should just be moving if it's time, because time is technically happening. Maybe it's because it's not in play mode? Might be because it's not in play mode. But I guess not. Oh, because it is 0. That makes a lot of sense. It's 0 by default. Cool. So let's see. Because it's just 1, it's not moving at all. Set main preview to a quad. I said let's put main preview to a quad. You're just ignoring everything I do. Cool. So I'm gonna stare at this thing. Or are you not tiling? You should be tile. Okay. So you're not doing anything because I took this away. B goes down. Oh. Okay, let's disconnect all of the parameters for now. Let's take all of this away. Safe. Let's just play in here. Weird. Let's reset. gradient noise. Because there's no like game preview, that's why you're freaking out. You have to always refresh. Okay. You go to base color. Save. Why like does the preview on this thing does not work? Let's save it and close it and open again. Maybe that will help. Okay, that did help. Yeah, okay, it was just weird. Oh, should be fine. Okay. Scale. Time. You go way down. Cool. UV. Let me do it like this. And now they're multiply. Nope, not blend. Can we do it like this? Will that help? Okay, that's a little better. Oh, this can be the speed. This can be the noise power. Let's make you smaller, I guess. That just looks like a static on the TV screen. Oh. So speed. What if we increase the speed? Here. Okay. Let's not deal with these values for now, because I think there's something weird with the refresh rate in those. So if we take this to almost 0. Okay. If we raise the scale, lower the scale. Okay. To lower it even more. That is very low res. I think we're doing something wrong. What a surprise. Okay, 1. Save. Okay. So the preview is just completely wrong here. Up the scale. Up the scale. Okay. It's just being weird. Not exactly sure what's happening, but that is just bizarre. How does a Fresnel effect look on a flat object? Like nothing. Fresnel does not work on flat objects. That is good to know, I guess. So how can we make it look appropriate? So we're gonna have our little line with some kind of transparency. And that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at some examples. want the laser to look good. Maybe it would be better with particles? Do we have something in the project already? Laser blast. No, that is not good. Laser blue? That's just a laser in midair. Laser fire. These are all just small lasers. So, yeah, I guess we'll have to look at a tutorial or like some examples of how to make it look good. Because I feel like we might have to use particles for it, but that will make it harder to reflect with. Okay, so I'm looking at this thing. Boop, boop, boop. Do I have a screen capture? Oh, I have it for the Opera. Let's open Opera. Okay, it has ads here apparently, but sure. Okay. Once the ad is done, I'm gonna share the Opera screen. Okay. Where is it? Oh, it's way too low on the hierarchy. Where is it? Opera. Okay. So, this is the example that I have here. I need to get... Okay. So, where's the demonstration of it? Yeah, here. So this looks really cool. And it is using a line renderer. So we can do something with this. Because this is really nice. Like we can take this as a base for what we are trying to do. So let's see what he does here. Is there an asset that we can download so we can look for it from the very beginning, like not from the very beginning. Okay, we can buy it, but that's not fun. So what's in the shader graph? Multiplied UV. Okay. So I was almost doing the correct thing, but not exactly. Because it needed to go into sample texture first. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, I'll have to do this ourselves. I was hoping that there's like something we can start from rather than doing it like from the very ground up. But yeah, sure. So the time was correct. We needed we have our speed. Okay, noise speed. What else is happening? We need our UV. Or what? Okay, UV multiply add. Multiply. Time by noise speed. Then we can add it to the UV. And we can plop that into the noise. Here. And the preview of it. Oh, we're not putting it anywhere, so let's... Oh, no, we need to... I wonder what the LERP is there for. That's basically cutting it off. Okay, let's give that a try. We're gonna need a sample texture. LERP. Goes here. And the UV goes here. Power. Oh wait, so this needs to be powered before. I'm not sure what the correct verb there is, but power. This goes here. Okay. And then this goes into the LERP. And all of that. Time multiply. Wow, there's a lot of things happening. I'm not that good with shaders. But by combining little bits of a lot of different things, we can make it work. So, UV goes into LERP. Okay. Why does it like freak out and not look correct? Why can I not see the previews here? Why are you so broken? Like I can't collapse anything, I can't take a look at anything. I have to like close and reopen it. For it to update. Sure. Let's have our noise. Why does this not have noise in it? So if we put this to single, will it appear? No. Like it doesn't update. Why doesn't it update? I have like, if I close it again, open it, it will update. But not. But not in real time. Okay. Multiply. Fine. By, let's say 1 for now. and then they get added together. This and this, and all of this goes into UV. And we're gonna have a texture 2D in here. And all of that is gonna go into I guess color for now, just so we can take a look at it. But again, I have to close it and update it again. Why are you not updating? I do not know. But let's try to look at this. Oh, laser color we're not using anywhere. Let's put a texture here. Oh. That looks like a weird experience. Not sure what this is, but it looks wonky. Like oil on water or something like that. Bubble. Bubble does not do anything. Whoa. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks kind of cool. Noise power we're not plugging in. Plugging noise amount. That is very hypnotic. Yep. Yeah, that is just mesmerizing. You can just set it like this and go away. This needs a seizure warning or something with the visuals like this. But yeah, I'm not sure why the previews don't work at all. What is the texture that we're using here? The little puff things? Yeah. I'll need to fix this because it's really difficult to work with this without it updating. Maybe there's like a shader not updating preview. Now transparent works fine and gets preview. Yeah. What's the thing? Then open Shingraph and then check the main preview. Change project setting? That doesn't make much sense. Because it updates sometimes, but not all the time. So if I play with these values, did it just like fix itself and now it's gonna work fine? I guess so. Enable UI, what? Color mode. 3 dots on the top. Nope, not there anymore. Yeah, I guess it's working for now, so let's roll with that. Since there's at least something happening that we can look at. Yeah, I feel like this is not very cool to look at, mostly because I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. I'm just kind of fumbling in the dark. So yeah, let's do something that I can actually view live rather than me just staring at the screen and not understanding what's going on. Because every shader creation process is just staring at weird pictures if you don't know exactly what you're doing, and that's where I'm at. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So let's go with something else. Rather than struggling with this thing. Let's not do this. Let's go back with, like, where is it? Where was that just blue thing? The blue thing was fine. Laser something. Nope. Beam. No. There was like a blue line thing. I don't remember what it was called. Completely lost it. Let's have something just looks fine for now, and then we'll deal with everything else. Yeah, sure, this thing. Okay. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, it's really difficult to think today for some reason. let's use something for today that we can have something achieved, and we'll continue this next time. I mean, we have our little shield, so let's fix the grab point on that. Let's turn that 180 degrees because it was turned the wrong way around. And for some reason, it's not showing anything now. Not only me is struggling today, Unity is also struggling quite a bit. Seems. Let me pin this so I can watch this later. Yep, Unity is also struggling today quite a bit. Let's restart it, and maybe something broke that we can fix by restarting it. I mean, it is a preview version of the editor. Oh. And my camera tried to die for a second there. Yep, and it's gone again, and it's back. What is going on? Take a look here. Yep, it is still all broken. Okay, I think my computer is just telling me to take a break because nothing is working. The scripts are not previewing, like at all. The hand poser is broken. The grab points are empty. Close tab, maybe that will help. Is at least this script opening? Yeah, this one's opening, but this one's completely dead. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it's completely dead. Huh. That's bizarre. I'm really confused. Are there any errors in console? No. If we hit play, go back. Nope, hand poser is completely dead. Why? Okay, now it's back. Cool. Null reference accept. Okay. Now something is happening. Preview. Okay. So it says that it should be fine, but it's grabbing it the other way around. And now this is gone again. What's going on? Please work. I don't know what's happening to you. Why are you like this? Does this have to do with the fact that it's a roll builder shape? Can I bake shape for you? Edit shape? I think I can like export as an object? Sure. Let's put it into meshes and save. Okay. So now we have it saved, I think. Are you like this? Are you back? No, you're not. Let me double check something. So, cylinder. Okay, this is here. So maybe if I remove it like this and keep it as mesh filter with the cylinder mesh. Oh. Like this. Maybe that will help. We can remove mesh collider for now. Will that make you work? Because maybe it's just the Pro Builder breaking it. You can go away. No. I think Unity Inspector broke completely. Okay, so it works in runtime, and when I stop it, if I click off, it disappears. That's interesting. So what if we reset default layout? Okay, that helped. It's impossible to work with it now, but yeah. Unity editor breaking again. Yeah, okay, sure. That helped it, I guess. Oh, wait, there was some null reference exception. Maybe that was from the playtime error? Ooh. Graph and graph object on before serialize. What object is throwing this? Serializable texture. Shader graph. Okay, so shader graph is broken. Cool. So let's delete our laser fire material because I think it's breaking Unity. And laser fire shader. Okay. I think that was breaking Unity completely. Okay, it seems to be doing just fine. Now there's a shitload of warnings. Angular velocity does not exist. And I was setting parameter for... Okay, that explains weirdness in the animation, I think. Angular velocity. We're setting it here where... Okay, this one doesn't exist. So we can remove this. But we're setting rotation to angular velocity and we're calculating angular velocity here, so that's fine. So that warning is dealt with. It should not spam it anymore. Let's see if this is still broken or still fine. Objects are trying to be loaded during domain backup. This is still serializable texture error. Shader graph. That's interesting. Editor JSON utility from JSON serialized texture. But I don't even use that anymore, do I? Like, it doesn't show me what object is throwing it, it's just showing me that there's an error. But let's assume that it's fine. Well, we haven't done anything today, and my brain is not working fully, so I think this is it. So, yeah, short one with nothing achieved except for a shitty startup for the laser. But that's fine, because we'll work again tomorrow. And see you next time.